Hello friends, today I will be teaching about variables. So what is variable? If we have memory and I want a part of it, right? I want this part. I can name it using identifier. So suppose I name it. I name it as let us say VAR. Then if I say store 5 in variable, what will happen? 5 will be stored here. So 5 is stored here. Now I say that store 3. What happens then? Then the 5 goes away. Then 5 goes away and 3 enters. So that means one thing only, that variable is just a name for some memory that has been allocated. Okay? And it is not constant. Variable means ability to change, hence not constant. As you can see, it is constantly changing its values. Then coming to data types. Data types specify the different sizes and values that can be stored in the variable. That means, so if I have this memory and I want this much memory. Now suppose this memory is actually of 1 bit. How am I going to tell to the computer that I want space a memory named var? But how am I going to tell the computer what is the size of this memory which I need? For this, something here I am going to add. This is known as data type. So for example, I am talking about Boolean data type. It has a size of 1 bit. If I am talking about char, it has a size of 2 byte, right? And short, it has a size of again 2 byte. And integer, int, it has a memory of 4 byte. Then there comes long, it has 8 byte memory. So now here I want 1 bit. So what data type should I write here? 1 bit is Boolean, right? Now if I want a bigger memory, like this is suppose 8 byte, what should I write? Double. Any name, any other name we can give, because var has been given name to this memory. So I want a new name. I will give it name as var1. Now if I want another memory, now this is of say 2 byte, then I can say char and let us say give a new name. Okay, so you can see, observe why I am writing this. I am writing it everywhere. So this is actually semicolon and it is used as a full stop in Java language. So like you have a full stop in English, we have a semicolon in Java. So I have drawn a table for you. So these are the data types. These are total 8 data types. And these data types are basic, or you can also call them primitive data types. And Boolean is of 1 bit, char is of 2 byte, byte is of 1 byte, short is of 2 bytes, int is of 4, long is of 8 bytes, float is of 4 byte, and double is of 8 bytes. Suppose the memory I want of 4 byte. Then which data type should I choose? Should I choose int or should I choose float? Because both of them are of 4 bytes. Now we know int is for integer. If what you are trying to store is an integer, then prefer int. But what is float? Float is for decimal point. So if you have a number 4, then try to store it in int type, and if you have a number 4.03, then store it in float type. Okay, we are going to discuss each of the data types in detail. First of all, Boolean. Now Boolean is of 1 bit because Boolean has only 2 values, and that is true or false. So it requires only 1 bit, either this or this. The next data type is short data type. So the next data type is byte. Now byte can store integer values in the range -128 to 127. Now short data type, it can store value ranges lying between -32768 to 32767. Okay, so as you can see, it can store more than byte, for which the range was only -128 to 127. Now we come to integer data type. How much it can store? It can store from -2 to the power 31 to 2 to the power 31 minus 1. It is the range. The default value for int is 0. If you are declaring a variable of int type, int a, then in memory, this much space. How much space for int? 4 bytes. So 4 byte is allocated from total memory, and the name is a, and 0 is stored initially. And then after in a you are going to store some value, then it is going to modify. Then the long data type is of 8 bytes. The long data byte is from 2 to the power 63 minus 2, 2 to the power 63 minus 1. As you can see, just double of int. So int was of 4 bytes, long was of 8 bytes. Now the float is used for decimal point, as I have said, and so is the double. Double is also used for, these two are used for decimal. Now last we talk about char. So char has been given 2 bytes. Now 1 byte is made of 8 bits. So 2 byte will be 8 into 2, 16 bits. So char is having 16 bit, and it can have 16-bit Unicode character. The value lies from, which is actually 0, okay, 2, which is having a Unicode as 65535. So we will learn about ASCII code or Unicode in some other lecture, but this is the 0 is Unicode. So regarding Unicode system and ASCII system, it is important to notice that Java uses Unicode system and not the ASCII code. This is the lowest range of the Unicode system, and hence it was given 0, while this thing was given maximum number, right? So you can study about Unicode and ASCII code in another lecture which I have uploaded. Please like and subscribe. Thanks.